What is in store for Bitcoin today, and why do I believe we are still in distribution stage? That doesn't mean that we can't still see 62 to 65,000. We're going to take a look at both case scenarios. Definitely stick around for the whole video. We're also going to be taking a look at the Dow Jones, the dollar, gold, and silver. All our targets seem to be looking pretty good. Definitely stick around for the whole video, and at the end we'll be picking our winner of our Ledger Nano S. So stick around for the whole thing. Don't forget we have a free Discord group. There's a link below in the description. Definitely check it out. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we're doing a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway at the end of the video. And to enter next week's, all you have to do is make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick the notification bell, leave your comment down below. Let me know if you're bearish or bullish and what you think's going to happen. And that'll get you entered to win. I'll pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week. But anyways, let's see what's going on. So the 4 hour, we've been watching this rising, broadening wedge here. I still believe my bias is that we come down and retest this bottom trend line here. Somewhere, depending on when it was to get down there, somewhere in between the $45,000 to $47,000 range. If I'm correct, obviously we could still continue up. Like I said, we have this target at 62.8. Somewhere in that range, and that was looking at this as an inverse head and shoulders here, and that was just a measured move of where we broke out, which also matches up with one of the wick off distribution phases. And like I said, we're going to take a look at that at the end of the video, or not in the end, but soon in the video. So as of right now, if we look at this high here to this high here, we are making lower highs, and we made higher highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. That doesn't mean we have to go down. I think this trend line's still going to be significant right around the 55.3 range. If we do head back down here, if we break that, then we do have our support level at 52.7, and then of course that bottom trend line of the rising broadening wedge. If that breaks, guys, it could get extremely ugly extremely fast. So just be cautious, be aware of that. And let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. So we'll zoom out first, take a look at the bullish and the bearish case scenarios. I know there's a lot of targets here, but there are confirmations to tell us where we could be going. So if we look at this, the thick white trend lines here in the falling channel, the measured move of that is up around 65.7. We have broken out of the channel, but we still could come down and test it, and that'd be around the 57.5. If we do get a bounce there, we could continue higher. Also, the thinner white trend lines, falling broadening wedge, the breakout of that is right around that 62.5, 62.6 range, which would align with our inverse head and shoulders target. Now let's zoom in a little bit, and then we'll look at the bearish case also. Let's take a look at this yellow rising broadening wedge here. Now if we were to break this top here, and that's going to be around 58,600 to 59,000, depending on if and when we hit it. If we do break out above that, we'd take a measured move of that, and that gets us right to that 62.5 range. So be aware of that. Watch that 58.5 to 59,000. A break of that, we go most likely head up to that $62,000 range at least. Now if we come back down and break through this channel trend line again at about 57.4, 57.3, depending on where we hit it. If we do break down below that and get rejected, then we're probably coming back down to test the bottom of this rising broadening wedge. And that would be, depending on when, if it came straight down quick, it would be about 55,200. And the longer it takes, the higher it goes. But if we were to break, and let's just take an estimated area, 55,400. That would get us down to retest. The measured move of this would get us down to retest the 51.6 range. We are creating some hidden bullish divergence here. We're making lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price action, suggesting another leg up. So be careful, be aware of that. But as of right now, like I said, unless we break that 58.6 to 59,000 range, if we do break that, we're going up to the higher targets. If not, we go down to the lower targets. And like I said, watch for a break of the 55.4 if we get down here, and then I'd be looking for 51.6. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT. I have links down below. I'll also leave a tutorial up top. It teaches you all the different stuff on there. Definitely my favorite exchange, and you can use my promo code Savy50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in $1,000, it'll give you a $500 bonus to use towards your margin. Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. You can trade gold, oil, forex, silver, Dow Jones, S&P, everything from one exchange. So definitely check it out. You don't have to switch back and forth to different exchanges. They also have Tether and USDS now, so definitely, or USDC, I'm sorry, check them out. And let's take a look at the bigger picture. This is the 3-day chart. As you can see, I have my fib channels here. We were talking about getting rejected. We did get rejected at this 0.236 fib level a few times now. If we zoom in here, if you look, this is the parabolic phase from 2014. Once we broke this parabolic trend line, obviously we had a pretty big dump. Same thing, 2017, once we broke the parabolic trend line, we had a pretty big dump. And we have broken, if we zoom in here, we have broken the parabolic trend line. We could come back up to retest this fib again, and that would be around that 65. Like I said, I would expect a rejection there. If we do get up above this fib and then get support on it in the daily candles, we could get much higher, like people are talking about, $75,000, $100,000 range. But unless we break this fib channel, I think that's unlikely. But again, if we break this and get support on it, then my theory is invalid. Another way to look at this is a rising channel. And if we come up to retest the top, let's put a target on there. If we were to come all the way up and retest this top of the range, or of the channel, that would get us around 73, depending on how long it took, to 75, somewhere in there. So that is the bullish case. Bearish case is we break this bottom trend line and start opening and closing dailies below it. Could get us as low as this 200 EMA down here around 34,000 range. There's also on the VPVR, you can see there is a volume node there, and high volume node lines up with it pretty good. Also, if you look at the funding rate, it is favoring the bears a little bit here. So be cautious, be careful. I know everyone's extremely bullish. Yes, we could continue much higher, but like I said, for the smaller time frame, watch 59.5 or 58.5, 58.6 to 59,000. If we break that, we could be heading to 60K plus to at least retest the all-time high. Let's take a look at the wick off distribution phase. I went into a little more detail on Friday's video, so you can check that out if you want. But as of right now, if we can close the daily above this 58.5, 58.6 range, then we could be going up to that 62. But if not, we are getting rejected right here at our buying climax from over here. And then we had our up thrust and we came back down below. So unless we can close a daily candle above this, I still think we continue down to it. Like I said, that 51.6 range, somewhere in there, possibly lower, because this would be a test of the last supply zone, last point of supply zone, which is this trend line here. Look it up. Wickoff's a great method to learn and understand the markets, more so why they move and what's going on, other than Elliott wave, just counting the waves. This explains a lot more. But like I said, watch this trend line right here for the daily close. We could get our massive rejection sooner. Like I said, the 58.6 to $59,000 range is the area to watch for today. And we could wick up in that area and come back down too, so be aware of that. But if this is the case, if this is the wick off distribution phase that I'm showing you here, then we've topped out and we probably go down from there. Now there is another possibility. In this wick off phase, we still get a up thrust after distribution. So we get one more push up, and that would be the getting up to that $62,000 to $65,000 range. So be aware of that. I would be looking for this if we do close above this buying climax from right over here. So That's what I'm looking for. Like I said, this is going to be key. Let's see where the daily closes. And if it closes above that 58.5, 58.6 range, then we're most likely going to come up to that $62,000 to $65,000 area. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones. As you guys know, if you watch the channel, this is a 100-year trend line from back in like 1926. We have gotten rejected. When this happened, I explained that day that we would probably wick above and come back down and close below. The Dow is bearish unless we start opening and closing daily candles above this. That's open and close above this trend line. Otherwise, it's bearish looking to me. We got higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence, and obviously it's under pressure today. The DXY, as you guys know if you watch the channel, I'm extremely bullish on the dollar for the next year or two. Probably the only channel you're going to hear that. Reason being, as you can see, these two fractals are playing out beautifully. We have broken out of this falling wedge. And again, it's not going to raise like Bitcoin in one straight candle all in one day. This will be over time, but it is bullish, guys. We're almost hitting the 92 or 93 range. But these fractals, if I zoom in a little bit, you can see we broke the 55 EMA, and this is on the 3-day chart. I know everybody else watches different time frames on the Dow, but this is the time frame to watch for the long term. And if you look at the MACD here, same thing. It's playing out as a fractal, the exact same thing as a breakout over here. It makes me bullish on the dollar for a year, maybe 2 years. I know everybody's talking about inflation, whatnot. Learn economics. There's no money circulating, so it's not going to be any inflation because there's no money moving around. But anyways, same thing in the RSI down here. We broke out of the wedge. Fractals playing out just like it is up top. Gold, we've had this same exact gold chart. I made this chart back in November. It's playing out beautifully. Our first target was the 1736 range, and like I said, if we did not get a bounce from there, my next target is 1650, which is still my next target. Now, if that 1650 breaks, we could be looking for about 1450, and if that breaks, it's all bad. Silver, we broke out of this falling channel. We've had a target of $20 to $21 range right here. Still looking the same. EMAs are bearish here, rolling over. Let's get into the giveaway. Don't forget to check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. There's a link down below the videos. Definitely check it out. She's got awesome gift ideas in here. She does this all herself. It's quality stuff, so it's not garbage. The clothes aren't iron-on, none of that stuff. Definitely check it out. There's also a crypto section. She can put literally anything you want on any of this stuff. So check it out. It's a great way to help support the channel. And let's get into it. There's also a bunch of other links down there. If you're looking for a hard wallet, there's also I Trust Capital if you want to start a Bitcoin IRA retirement fund that you can trade without getting any, you don't have to pay taxes on it until you retire and pull it out, whatever. So definitely check it out. There's a lot of stuff down there below. That's all got discounts or bonuses or something for you, and it helps support the channel. So let's generate a number, and we'll pick our random comment for the winner of the Ledger Nano S. Video number 9. So let's go over to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoops. This isn't this. I did want to show you guys this. If you go to my YouTube page, there are some tutorials down here. This one here teaches you a little bit about using EMAs, breakouts, RSIs. Definitely check them out if you haven't already. It is a huge help, especially if you're new to crypto or new to trading in general. Well, let's pick the 9th video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we will copy link address, bring it over to here, paste it in. Get YouTube comments and pick a winner. All you have to do is get a hold of me. My email's down below, or if you belong to the Discord or whatever, any way you want. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of me, and then we will verify it's you, and I'll get it sent out to you. So, Street Economist, you won. Definitely get a hold of me. I'll get it out to you. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out these tutorials on the side. Also, subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post videos. Don't forget to smash the likes and leave your comment. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.